Hey, hi. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my live. Happy Sunday. How are you guys doing? Hi, Michelle. How are you doing, sweetie? Hope you had a great week and a great weekend so far. Um, I had. It's been nice and easy. Today's been horrible weather. It's been raining most of the day, but yesterday was beautiful. And I have a bunch of birdies just outside my window. They're mating right now, and all the females are nesting. So all the males are picking up food for them. Oh, you're doing good, Michelle. I'm happy to hear that. Did you get a new neighbor yet? But yeah, so, and I didn't do any videos this week. I just took a break. I didn't really have anything to tell you guys. I mean, I could yabber on in a weapon chat, but it wouldn't be anything about my week. Oh, and how do you like your new neighbor, Michelle? My camera is. Sorry if I make you dizzy. It's like my camera is weird. He's quiet. Well, isn't that a good thing? I mean, imagine if he had some drums or a trumpet or something and he would play music really loud all the time. I remember when I grew up. Yeah, you love it? That's good. Um, so when I grew up, the downstairs neighbors gave their eldest son a set of drums. Yep, that was interesting. At least he had it down in the basement. We had this basement that we shared, but even though it was 2 stories down, we could hear it whenever he was down there practicing. Yeah. Drums and trumpets, and I don't know what, those are noisy. So I can see we have one more in here. I wonder who it is. But yeah, and I wanted to say in the beginning, if you're watching this on replay, don't forget the hashtag replay and let me know how you're doing and how your week was. I would really, really love to know it. And don't forget to hit the like button. It really, really does help. Oh, thank you, Michelle. You did the thumbs up. Hey, Raylene, how are you doing, sweetie? It's been a while. It's been a while since I saw you last. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, so I really didn't have anything to tell this week. So I just took a break. And then next week I'm back. I already have something to talk about. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should do my Weapon Chat Tuesday because I might not. You're busy, 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 Raylene? What are you busy doing? I think I have to do my Weapon Chat on Tuesday because Wednesday I won't be home until late. Yeah, Tuesday. Oh, dear God. Well, yeah. Uh, and tomorrow David has his birthday. Well, in a few hours from now, 5 hours. It's his birthday. He'll be 45. You ordered DAC mastery. Raylene, work, family, dogs. Oh, okay. Hang on, Michelle. Is it one of the newer ones that just came out? I'm gonna take a look. How's your son doing, Raylene? Yeah, the kit, but is it a new one? Um, Let's see. Did you mean the mystery? Oh, it's the mystery box. Is it this one you ordered, the mystery box number 6? I can't wait to see what you're getting. I don't do mystery boxes. Oh, he's doing good, really. That's good. He's driving tanks. Well, hopefully he'll keep being safe. I don't dare buy mystery boxes because, I mean, one, there might be rounds in it, and I still don't do rounds. It's your first time, Michelle. I hope you get something you like. But I don't do rounds, and I'm scared that I'll be getting a round, which, yeah. And then what if I get something I don't like? Because yeah. I mean, I could give them away, but that would be a waste of money, wouldn't it? I don't know. I might just be piggy. I might just be piggy. Angie, hello, sweetie. How are you doing today? How's the weather in Canada? And also, Raylene and Michelle, how's the weather where you are? We had rain today. Yeah. Isn't it typical? We just had a week with a lot of beautiful weather. And yesterday we ate outside, and then today it's just whoosh. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. But yeah, now it's dry because I'm in here. Of course it is. We went, Raylene, you're working on Richard Lawrence Purnell. Ooh, that one is a beautiful one. It's cloudy, Michelle. Yeah, it's cloudy here too. I can see a little bit blue now, which I think is almost the first time today. But other than that, yeah. We went to pick up some ribs and fries and stuff at a restaurant, yeah, in the next town over. And when we drove back, oh gosh, it rained. When we drove up there, it's about 20 minutes away or something. We could just see south of us. You know that when you can see it's raining because it's this the sky is kind of blurry. But you can really see it was raining. So we were like, yeah, hopefully we will get up there and get our food before it starts raining. And then when we were driving home, it was like, okay, we're going to hit that rain on the way home. Um, and then when we were in the rain, I was like, huh, we might be lucky that it doesn't rain when we get back to our village. We weren't quite lucky, but it didn't rain as much. Angie, it's cloudy here today. I'm going to Diamond Paint now because I have to do errands and chores soon. So glad I could drop in. I'm glad you could drop in, Angie. And Raylene, hey Angie, it's storming and raining on and off here. Woke up to 1 inch of snow on Friday. Is that normal where you live? I mean, we have had. Did we have snow this late? I think we had years and years ago. Maybe. I can't remember. I think. Did David ever talk about having snow on his birthday? I know at my sister's birthday in April, on April 5th, we had a snowstorm. Yeah, I can remember that, but that's April. That's kind of normal. I mean, could be normal. Yeah, but I can't remember. Yeah, it's unpredictable. It is. Over here, we were like, April is supposed to be when spring comes and everything. But we have this thing about April being the month where you can't trust anything. One day it's snowing, the next day it's sunny and warm, and the next day again it's cloudy and raining and cold, and it just goes. And my bag is going berserk because it's so nice, and then it's cold, and then it's nice, and then it's cold, and yeah, my bag can't. It doesn't know what to do with that. And when there is this big changes in temperature, it just goes like, yeah, we're not doing this. Auntie, we get a freak snowfall in April sometimes, but it doesn't stay. I think back then it stayed a few days. I actually think it was my sister's 18th birthday. Yeah, because I was up there. I think it was my sister's 18th birthday. I guess. Yeah, maybe. I can't remember. It's years and years ago. So no snow today. It's around 12 degrees. I have no idea what it is here. Let's see. I can see it down here. Well, right now it's 11 degrees here Celsius. So that's about what, 50? Really, yeah, it melts quickly this time of year, but it has been cold. Yeah. I would love if we would get really, really nice weather in spring. Like we had this week. I mean, we'd had about 20 degrees most days, Celsius. Didn't we just, that's around 70, high 60s, which for spring here is really nice. Hopefully, we will get May weather soon. That's around 25, 2025. So that's low 70s to mid 70s. Yeah. It's so hard sometimes to figure all this. It's something about plus 30 times 2 point something. There's this whole math, and I'm not doing it. Yeah, nope. I I have Google for that. If I want to know what the temperature is in Fahrenheit, I just plug it in on Google and ask what is this in Fahrenheit. Done. Raylene wants to know what Auntie is working on. I just finished this little one. Hang on, it's over here. I finished this baby. I can't remember. Was it finished last week? I don't think so. I think I finished it. But yeah, that is a little cutie one. Teeny tiny one. It took a few days more than it should have because I wasn't diamond painting. Last weekend I didn't really do anything. And Angie is working on Abundant Dreams by Dietra Milan. Thank you, Raylene. Yeah, it is cute. It is cute. Flintstones. Mhm. Yeah, I like Flintstones. I remember watching Flintstone Kids when I was sick as a child. Thank you, Angie. Yeah, he looks amazing. He looks even better on camera. But yeah, I wanted him to be, behind me so that, he can be seen. He was a big work and I love it. I mean, there was this thread in the VIP group the other day. Um, hey, Tim, welcome. What's up? Yeah, I'm doing good today. How about you? There was this thread in the VIP group about, what was your favorite Diamond Art Club piece you ever did? And I took that one. Auntie says, hi, Carrie, Tim. This is Tim. Otherwise, it'll be Tim, you're farting around in the shop, pouring, cleaning, and planning. What are you planning? Good plans. Will we hear about them in the live today? Skunkworks projects. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah. Oh yeah, going live eventually. Eventually, maybe when I'm about done. Oh no, you're 100 pence behind? That is a lot of behinds. Thank you, Aileen. Yes, he's beautiful, my wizard. You have some projects to work on tonight, Angie? Uh, I've started my summer with the master's kit, the Zodiac. My God, my brain just stopped. I'm so stuffed from dinner, I can't think anymore. Oh dear Lord. But yeah. So I have been asked to. Yeah, hey sis, welcome from the car. Hello from the car. How are you doing? And thank you for the pictures and the videos of my princess. Um, I wrote to one of our university hospitals, where people, they do a lot of research and stuff like that. They had this piece, whatever, that they needed people to be part of a study about chronic pain and sleep. It's okay, Tim. Talk to you later. Say hello to Carrie. Um, so yeah, they were searching people to be part of this study about chronic pain and sleep. So I was like, okay, I write them, and maybe they can use me. So Friday, a nurse called from the project, and we talked, and she was asking me a bunch of questions, to see if I was a candidate to be a part of their project. And then there was these, I was like, okay, these are the questions that will um, show if you're qualified for this program. And then afterwards, they asked a bunch of questions. Bonjour, Melanie, how are you doing? That was, again, was like, okay, can you be a part of this program? Like, do you have a drinking drug issues? Are you pregnant? All these questions about me that would be okay. If you have a drinking problem, of course you can't be part of this. If you're apparently, I don't know, something yeah. So I'm doing good, Melanie. I'm just tired of the weather today. So she decided, the nurse, that I'm a candidate, and then I'm going over there to talk to probably her and maybe another person to sorry, to hear about the project and sign some papers and stuff like that. And apparently, they have two groups with different um, things to do before you go to sleep, and that will be decided by a vote. They draw to see who goes where. So yeah. Ooh, sorry. So I have to go to this hospital on Wednesday and be there by 4 p.m., which is rather late for a hospital, but who cares? Um, and it takes about 45 minutes to drive over there. Maybe a little longer now. I don't care. It about 45 minutes. But it is in the middle of rush hour. So I'm like, how how much time should I, give myself to drive over there? Because uh, traffic can be interesting, especially because it's the third biggest city in Denmark. So I'm like, how much traffic? I mean, I think I need more than an hour just to be sure because, yeah. And I'm like, I don't need two, do I? Well, 1.5 is so stupid. I'm like, do I need to drive 2 hours early for a 45-minute drive? I mean, I will bring my knitting so it won't be an issue, and I can go to the restaurant and get a soda or something, but I don't know. I don't know. And then afterwards, I am planning on going to IKEA and have my dinner. I love IKEA. I love their restaurant. And then I have to go look for a kind of a Tupperware box for David that is waterproof because he needs it. He needs it for his um, biking. Hey, Alana. No, you're not late at all. I've only been here 20 minutes, so don't worry about it. How are you doing, sweetie? Um, because for his what is that called in English? When you have your bike, the thing that goes around, not the wheels. Um, hang on. What is that called? Chain. Yes. Thank you, sis. He's taking that one off quite often to clean it and stuff, and then he wants kind of like a Tupperware thingy that is waterproof that he can put it down into and then shake it with some clean water. Um, yeah, and then he needs something, and then I'm not giving him one of my Tupperwares, the real Tupperware, because no. um, so I have to see if they have anything, and then just grab that and leave because otherwise I'm like, I could get this and this and this and this, and I don't need it. Alana is doing great. I think the wind blew me away. The wind blew you away? You have that much of a wind today? Raylene, the wet, cold weather hurts my body. Arthritis stinks. It does. Arthritis sucks. I mean, I have that too on top of my Klippel-Feil syndrome. I have it in my hands, in my neck, of course, and I probably have it other places in my back. I don't know. Oh, you have 23 to 30 miles per hour. That's quite a lot of wind. You need to be tied to something when you're out there. I mean, like sometimes when we have a lot of wind, I'm not that high, I'm not that tall, but I mean, I'm not small by any means. I'm not slim. And sometimes when the wind is you know there, I have the feeling that if I'm not careful I will blow away too. I'm like, you do know that you need to lift, I don't know how much, but I'm like, I'm not thin, I'm not a stick. I mean, please leave me be. But yeah. Oh, and Tuesday we have um our car needs to go to the shop to get looked at, like every year. It needs to have their brakes and oil and whatnot check. So that's on Tuesday. And it has to be delivered Monday evening because we're not getting up that early in the morning. So when I have brought Rosa home from our play date, um, I'm gonna drive to the shop and deliver it, and then I'm gonna walk home. And depending on the weather, I'm either going straight home or I'm gonna do a little walk around because it's so healthy. And I'm having that royal run in 3 weeks on Monday. Tomorrow is 3 weeks away. Ooh, it's getting there. I can't wait. I can't wait to wear the t-shirt, and I think I have to get up early that day because I want to go see our king when he arrives. Yeah. David can sleep in and then drop down later when he's ready. I need somebody there to film when I'm walking over the finish line and getting my medal. I want somebody to film it. just for the heck of it. Yeah, just because I can, and then I can put it in my whipping chat that week and say, "Look, I did a run and I got a medal to show everybody." It's kind of sad that there are so many runs. Wouldn't it be fun if it was the king that gave out the medals? Raylene, I'm sorry you had that issue. Me, arthritis, lupus, and a bad disc in my back are bad enough. I couldn't imagine the pain you go through. Oh, Raylene, it's okay. Thank you. Yeah. But then again, I don't know anything else. I mean, that's what that was one of the questions that this nurse asked me. Is one is how old I am, sure, and then the next question was like, so how long have you experienced these chronic pains? And I was kind of laughing to myself and was like, well, always. I can't remember not being in pain. I kind of explained to her what Klippel was, and I was like, I remember as a small child complaining about having neck pains. I mean, back then it wasn't as bad as it is now. See words. But yeah, Angie sounds like a good and fun thing. You definitely need more than one pick, one video. I mean, I need people to be there. The thing is that my walk doesn't start until 2 p.m. and it takes me about an hour to walk the 5K, unless I'm really, then I can do it in 50. But David has to be at work at 4 and he will need to go home and grab some lunch for because he has work that day. Maybe he could bring it down, put it in the truck because it's a holiday here. It's a bank holiday. We need to talk about it because I would really love to, you know, to have it on video and like, yay. Yeah. But I was explaining the nurse, this is and blah 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 and this, and I was like, yeah, of course the pain wasn't as bad back then, and if somebody had taken the responsibility they were supposed to do, I might not have been on disability today, or I might, you don't know that, but I wouldn't have done all the things that I did that was bad for me, right? Yeah. Anywho, yeah, maybe I can get Mess and Rosa down there. That would be nice. I Rosa did the royal run with my mom when she was about 2, I think, and she remembers it. And she still have her medal and everything. So I told her that I was gonna walk in the royal run this year, and she was like, "I'm gonna join you." And I was like, "Yeah, well, you can walk with me, or I can have you in the stroller, but you won't have any medal because you aren't in the run." Then she was like, "But I want the medal." I was like, yeah, nope, sorry, sweetie. I mean, yeah. If I had thought about it, maybe I would have, but you have to pay full price when she's more than 3 years old, and she is 4 in a second. But yeah, that's kind of maybe next year. If they come back to my town next year, I will do it again. And maybe then I will ask my brother if Rosa can be a part of it. And by then she should be able to, maybe. Can a 5-year old walk 5K? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea how far if a 5-year old can walk. I mean, Angie, you think it's too far? And and Leah says, sure. Uh, I mean, they do good walks when with her kindergarten. I have to ask the adults in her kindergarten how far they walk. I don't know. We'll see next year. But yeah, she was kind of jealous that I was doing it and she wouldn't get the medal. And I was like, sweetheart, this is my medal. It will be my first medal in a run like that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we could do a walk and see how it's going. God darn it, Melanie. In a day they walk more than that. Yeah, I know, Melanie, but this is in a certain amount of time. I don't know. Maybe if maybe I could do the 1 mile with her. They have 1 mile, they have 5K walk, 5K run, then they have 10K walk and 10K run. And I'm not doing the 10K. Well, I could walk it, absolutely. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not that silly. Um, but yeah, Andy, 1 mile is good. She might get bored at the 5K. When she was younger, up until she was around 3, she was running with my mom and her running friends. I mean, my mom would she would have this running stroller, but more often than not, Rosa would run. When they were down at the beach, she would refuse to be in the running stroller, and she wanted to go out and run like grandma and her friends. And I have the cutest pictures of her where she's like, she's seen the grown up run. So you have her like this. It's adorable. And when she did her royal run back when she was around 2, she would run the last K, I think. She ran about a kilometer. Yeah, I know, sis. Malou walked 42K last year. She's kind of cool, but she's a little older than Rosa. But maybe we should start walking a little, asking her if you want to burn off some energy. I'm trying to find some playgrounds now that it's getting better weather outside, so that because when we're here, she want to watch Disney, and I'm like, sweetheart, we're not supposed to be inside all the time, and I don't mind. I love watching Disney movies, but yeah. Gotta jump off and go to Netto. Netto. Okay, well, you can come back in. I'm gonna be here a while. But yeah, sure. Buy something good. Not all the candy and stuff. But yeah, so that's gonna be fun. Oh gosh. Have you Angie, how was your glue when you got to the next section? Or didn't you finish the section? Because funny enough, I have on my zodiac, I single placed and did some checkerboarding with one of the colors that was a lot of it down there, because apparently because I had multi-placing horizontally, I can't do that. It's like over there, and there was a lot of color blocking in another color, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do the checkerboarding and then do it that way. But in this one, I have an old glue dot, and then I wanted to use one that was, medium new, medium old, but it won't stick. Yeah, 42K. It's a marathon, and she did that with the school where she's living. She was 16. She'll be 17 on my birthday. So it is fantastic. Angie finished the section and I glued it down last night to seal it and dry overnight. Good idea. I have some sealer here as well, but I haven't done that on any diamond art clubs. I did consider doing it on Threads of the Universe because the drill were popping. So maybe I'm not sure. I need to get it out again and take a look at it to see if I finally got them all pressed down when I was rolling it. But yeah, and I still want to hang it on my door. It's just a little too wide, so I need to figure out what to do. But yeah, I will know eventually. But it kind of bugging me with those drills and the glue because when I put my finger on it, it's sticky enough. It just won't let go of my pen. And it isn't sticky, sticky. I would understand it if it was, very sticky, the glue dot. Maybe I should just put some patty wax or some super sticky in my pen and then do that. See if that helps. Because I do need to switch out this single placer and put in a single placer from Diamond Art Club. Have you ever done this? I was like, okay, I need some single placers because I don't have any left. Angie, yeah, same here. Try some regular wax, but I don't like the bits that come off. Yeah, I have done that. I did that for astronomer for, was that the glitter drills? Some of the drills. Anthony, hey friend, how are you doing? How are you doing? Anthony, I was sitting yesterday trying to remember what it was that we were going to talk about when we do the live together. We had something that we needed to talk about, but I can't remember what it was. I need to go back and watch the live. I can remember when. The red wax crumbles. If it crumbles, it's dry. I haven't had red wax crumble on me. But anyway, I was kind of like, okay, I don't have any single placers left. I need to get some more. And then when I did my cleanup in here, I was like, oh, look, I found a single placer. You forgot to. And oh, look, I found a single placer. And oh, look, I found a single placer. So I have three. So I don't need any more single placers. Oh my god. I have glue dots and wax and whatnot down here, and it smells amazing. Putty and yeah. This is my everything I need. Yeah, we need to watch back, Anthony, so that because it was something that we talked about that would be interesting, and I can't remember. I just need to remember how far back we have to go. I think it was a month, maybe a month and a half ago. I don't know. It's been a while. Ooh, and I got a new thing for my watch here because the other one was crumbling. So, and this one, hopefully, I won't get an allergy of it. Before we used to have my old smartwatch, it had a plastic rim, and apparently I'm allergic to that kind of plastic. So my skin would be like eczema and I could peel it off. And I'm like, I don't think this is healthy. So I stopped wearing it. Well, yeah. And now it's kind of interesting because I use it to see how much I sleep. You know, since I'm going to be in that study, I want to know. But yeah, I can't wait to hear about it and see what I have to sign on. And then I'm having a bunch of questionnaires. One before, that's on Wednesday. Then I will have a big one the first week. It'll be 9 weeks. That the study is going to last 9 weeks. And you have to download an app. So one of the question was, do you have access to internet on a daily basis? And I'm like, yes. Who hasn't? Okay. So I have that big questionnaire in week 1, 5, and 9. And then I have, in the other weeks, I have to answer one question or something like that. And then I will have a questionnaire at 6 months after and 12 months after. I'm like, okay, I'm not sure I can remember everything, but okay. But yeah, and they need access to your medical records and like, you know what? I don't have anything to hide. You can watch. Oh, and they asked if I are taking any sleep medicine or if I have, there was some medical conditions. Yeah, mental issues. Uh, yeah, there were some. Angie has to go with Mr. Sparkle. Let's video chat and paint this week. Sure, let's do that, Angie. Say hello to John for me. And hi to Eddie. Have a great week, Angie. But yeah, so that's going to be interesting. How that is going to go. Bye. So that's kind of the big news this week. It's kind of funny, how you sometimes don't really have anything to talk about. You know that? That's how I felt this week with my weapon chat. I was like, I don't really have anything interesting, anything relevant. Well, I mean, I can always find something to talk about, but yeah. Anthony, have you finished your, God, what's her name? The Muka one? I keep forgetting her name. You're so close to being done. And I just started my zodiac. I am on my third square. And there's so much color blocking. I don't like color blocking. You finished Gizmanda yesterday? Did you put in pictures? I haven't really been on any social media today, so I haven't seen. So what are you going to work on now? I mean, no, you didn't see it. I finished this teeny tiny one. Oh my god. I finished this one because I was afraid that I would end up being done with this summer with the master one too soon. I don't think that will happen. But I found that there was so much color blocking that I was afraid, I'd be done in like this, but I don't think that's gonna happen. You haven't had time to roll it out and take a picture. It's too big. Yeah, yeah. Do you have a wall where you can hang it just temporarily and then go back and take a picture? That's what I did with this one. Alice, hey sweetie, how are you doing? And my sister is back. Hi Leah. How was? Did you get anything in Netto? Netto. Yeah, it's hard when you have these big pictures, right? I remember when I had to take a picture of Amethyst because that one, I know yours is even longer, but that was 125. So yeah, those panel ones can be a little hard to take a picture of. Maybe you would have to hang it kind of like this one and then turn the picture. Anthony, I may have to do that. I'm working on my Apollo custom. Yay! I can't wait to see how that one is going to turn out. Oh my god, words today. And Leah had some fruit for lunch and some lunch for Tanya. Okay. My babies are getting so big. It was a beautiful dress that Stephanie wore. Did she buy it herself? Nope, no sneezing. Oh my god. Just a yawn. But those I'm famous for by now, and I love looking at that one. Okay, well, that's good, Leah. I'm still waiting for that wizard spell to come back, Anthony, so we can do that in January. I mean, the theme will be wizards, but and that's a question. So, should it be wizards and witches, or should we keep it to wizards? That's a question I was thinking about. I mean, should it just be wizards or wizards and witches? Because, yeah, there are some kind of like, with mermaids and magic, which will be to mermaid, I think. I don't know. Um, those are for, magic as well. Yeah, I have a new pics of the girls. That's true. That's true. They're growing up so fast. It's kind of funny. David and I was talking about the picture that Mess took at the confirmation by Tanya and Rosa. It's kind of funny to like. She looks like Tanya, but she's changing. You know what I mean? I mean, if I look at the old picture that I have from her out here, she still have that kind of baby, not a baby face, but these childlike face. And now she is more like a teenager. She's a little bit more. I don't know. It's so hard to describe. But sometimes if I'm just looking at a picture, scrolling by, I was like, "Who's that child?" She isn't as recognizable as she used to be because she's growing up. Melanie, witches. Yeah. Do you want if I make the event, will you be a part of it, Melanie? For witches and wizards. I mean, it is a little more broad, and you can do Hermione, and if anybody still have those, God, what is her name? She did the witches zodiac. Yeah, I know she's 14 in a second. You will, Melanie? Okay. So we do witches and wizards. Roy Trin is her name with those wizards. Which zodiacs? They all had that pinkish background. Yeah. I don't know how many have them still. I mean, they're, what, 2 years old by now? You have witches in your stash? I think I have one witch in my stash, and that's the Harvest Witch. That is the only witch I have. Yeah. Other than that, I have the Miles Pinkney Wizards. No, your baby is not a baby anymore, sis. No. Is that the only? Do I only have him? I'm trying to remember if I have any other wizards than Miles. I mean, I will when I get the wizard spell. I will have that one. But is that the only ones that I have? Who can remember what I have? Anybody know what I have in my stash? Other than me, of course, which I can't remember right now. That's typical. Mm, see, that one is done. Oh, I have another witch. I have Crystal Ball by Anne Stokes. Mm, Melanie, I lean towards dark art. So you're a Christopher Lovell fan, maybe? Leah, you broke Malu's heart on Friday. You told her? Oh, poor baby. Yeah, I have Crystal Ball. That's a witch. Yeah, then Harvest Witch. Gosh darn it. So I have a question. Just because if people have it out there, is Doctor Strange a wizard? See, that is a question I want to know. Mm, you see, Miles Pinkney, Miles Pinkney. Yeah, see, that is the only. I only have wizards from Miles Pinkney, unless Doctor Strange is a wizard. Oh, poor baby Leia. And then two witches. But I want to do the wizard spell in January and February. I mean, who knows? Maybe I isn't that one almost as big as that one. I will learn eventually. Then maybe I can do it in about 2.5 months again. And maybe Tima has a enhancement for that one. Yeah, Melanie, I know he's a witch. That's why I asked because we were talking about doing a wizard event. But then I was asking if we should do witches too. Because when we talked about it, it was just wizards. But yeah, we could do witches and wizards. But I don't know. I mean, if he's a wizard, ooh, do you know how words get to sound strange when you say them often enough, close enough? Now, wizard is a little weird in my head. Witch. Oh, God. Don't you ever do that? Say a word many times in a row, and in the end, it's kind of like, yeah, that word is so weird. Or is it just us silly Danes? Maybe it's because we have so many weird words anyway. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. You never know. Can I say something? I love this diamond painting, the zodiac one, but the colors. Um, Melanie, in the world of D&D, Stephen Strange is not a sorcerer but a wizard. While D&D sorcerers are born with inherent magical While D&D sorcerers are born with inherent magical abilities, Strange learns to use his magic from study. Oh, so that's the difference between a sorcerer and a wizard. Interesting. So then my next question is there any female sorcerers or are they just witches? That's a good question. Hmm. So that means that most of um, the Marvel ones, the red, oh God, what's her name? The red, I can't remember her name, but she learns to use her powers as well. Never mind. What's her name? Red, something. I know it in about an hour after, I mean, 10 minutes after my live is done, I know what her name is. But right now, nope. Ooh, I was just looking up at my vinyls that's on my wall. Uh, Melanie, the female counterpart of a wizard, as referred to in fiction, is a witch. So you don't have a female counterpart to a sorcerer? Huh, interesting. Anywho, I just looked up at the vinyls and I remembered that I will be getting my deluxe box from New Kids on the Block soon from the new album. It will be released on the 17th and then probably will be here about a week later or something. I don't. Right, that's right. The word for the female sorcerer is a sorceress. That's true. I forgot that word. Huh. I've never played D&D, and I never learned to understand the dices they use. I've been looking at them plenty of times, and every time I'm kind of like, so why do they have so many sides? Can't we just have the six that I know? Why so many? And again, why isn't it numbered from one to something? Because all of a sudden you have a 20 or a 69. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. We're back to my need for order system here. We just talked about it when we ate dinner. Um, do you know the saying that anybody would have a get a diagnosis if we talk to a shrink? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I would get a very light OCD diagnosis because I just have some things that has to be. I mean, my world can crumble if somebody fills my dishwasher the wrong way. I will literally take out everything and put it in the right way. That's not right, right? I mean, that's not normal. So that is why if we have company over, I'm like, just put everything on the counter and I will take care of it because no. David knows how I like it, and that's good because that would be kind of, I think he would be annoyed if I would just he put something in and I would take it out right away. That wouldn't be, that's one of the things that just stops people from doing stuff. Kind of like when my mom complained about my dad never helping in around in the house, and I told her, you know what, he did, and then you told him he didn't do it right, so he just stopped. Yeah, we're not doing that. And it's the same with my clothes. It needs to be folded the right way, and it need see when was that last week we talked about putting clothes away, and that's who was it that said that as long as you don't sort your clothes by color. I mean, like I do that with my t-shirts. I mean, I have the dark ones and the red, orange, pinkish, purple ones, and then in the middle I have my tops t-shirts with things on it. So I'm like, yeah, well, but everything else isn't color coordinated. All my dresses is just thrown in the closet. There isn't any, except for my Christmas dresses. Those hang together. And every time I look at them, I go, I need to throw some of these away because who needs 10 Christmas dresses? I'm just asking. Because apparently I do. And I only wear one or two every year. So, and I have a tendency to get one every year because in the grocery store where we go, they also have clothes and, shoes and whatnot, TVs and stuff like that. And they always put out their Christmas clothes in, is it by the end of October or the beginning of November? I go crazy every year because I'm like, it's not December yet. Anywho, they put those out. And the past, I don't know how many years, it's been a new one that I don't already have. Sis, mine did too up until 20 years ago. Yeah. I'm not really sure what happened to me, but all of a sudden I began wearing dresses every now and then. I mean, most days I don't. I wear more dresses in the summer, but I prefer shorts and a top. I mean, like 9 out of 10 days, I'm in some sort of pants and a top. I mean, today I'm wearing leggings and this one, so it isn't every day. But I did get more girly the past 20 years. I remember as a child, I would drive my mom crazy because I would climb in trees with my cute little dresses because I was like, well, then don't make me wear dresses if I won't if you don't want me to climb trees in them. I'm like, don't give me some pants and whatnot. I mean, but she was like, well, girls need to wear a dress, and I'm like, well. So I pulled up the dress around my waist and then I climbed the trees with the other boys. See, sis, sweats, yeah, they're okay on a lazy day. I mean, the reason I'm wearing these leggings today is because I'm relaxing. If I have a busy day, unless I can find a t-shirt that is long enough, I I wear jeans outside of my house. It might just be me, but I prefer, yeah. I would need a top that's a bit longer than this one to wear with leggings. I mean, these are training leggings. I used these for when we were in the gym, but we're not in the gym as of right now. So I just wear them around here because they're so comfortable. And when you just had ribs and way too many fries and salad, I'm glad that I'm glad that I'm wearing these leggings. I don't know. I was very careful. I mean, I'm because usually when we go to this restaurant, we love this one. I always end up with the meanest tummy ache because I eat too much. So I was like, oh well, today it isn't gonna be this bad because we don't have the ice cream bar, which we usually have when I'm up there. And I'm like, well, I need to make sure that when we have the free ice cream bar, or no limit ice cream bar, that I need to take advantage of it. So I usually have to get up there at least 2 times. I mean, the balls isn't really that big, but I need to get up there at least 2 times. And since this was takeout, we didn't have any ice cream with it. So I'm like, yay, then I won't, overstuffed myself because of the ice cream. Well, then I got a garlic bread that I don't usually get because, I know I can't eat it. So, and David made a mistake when we ordered because he ended up getting regular fries plus the specialty fries. I usually get sweet potato fries, but he ended up getting, the regular fries as well. So we had way too many fries. I didn't eat any, well, I just had 10 of the regular ones, but I was so full. Oh my God. Have you ever eaten so much that, okay, this is TMI, I'm pretty sure of it. But when you're so full that your belly hurts and you're like, you need to burp to, get some air out of your system, and you're basically just waiting for there to be room enough for that air to come up. Yeah. That's what happens when I eat too much. I need to get some air out of me to get just a little bit of space down there. Remember to hydrate. I need more. You're wearing sweats and a Lucas hoodie. Well, it's just a weekend. Yeah. Well, I prefer regular jeans. Maybe I should try to find these. What are they calling them? They are a mix of jeans and leggings. Jeggings? I don't know. Maybe I should look into those. But most of those that I have found are more leggings than anything. Plus, they're made for slim people. Oh, and driving day. Yeah. Wow. So, what did the rest of you had? Well, in the US, it's lunch. So, what did you have for lunch? And Leah, what did you have for dinner today? Yesterday, we had sandwiches. At David's job, they get sandwiches Friday evening, and they had some leftovers. So, David brought them home. And then we had those yesterday while we were eating outside. See, that is so typical. Now we have blue skies, almost no clouds, and it's beautiful. That's typical, right? You had rye bread and meatballs, fried meatballs. See, has it gotten any warmer now that the sun is out? Yeah, now it's 13 degrees. So crazy. And this morning when we got up, it was so chill that we had to put fire in the wooden stove. It was so cold. But no, cold isn't the right word because it was, you know, but it was chill. Maybe because we've gotten used to the nice and warm weather. Raylene, you had sausage patties, eggs, and toast. Mm, that's kind of like a brunch. That's not bad. Buttered toast. That's a thing in the US apparently. Buttered toast. So, do you have regular toast or whole wheat toast? I prefer whole wheat. I'm not very good at the white bread thing anymore. It's been years since I really, like that. We just had a holiday. Well, it's a church holiday. It used to be a day where people half the day off. Yeah, half the day off. But our government removed that because they were kind of like, we can save a lot of money, which didn't happen. But at the evening before, we would have these kind of soft buns um, with cardamom in it. And they're delicious. Then you put them on a toaster so they're just a little crispy, and then you put butter on it. Um, that is actually one of the only times. No, wait, we started buying them whole wheat as well. But before you could get them whole wheat, because that's a rather new thing, we would get the regular white bread. And that's the only time that I would eat it because it's kind of like it's just so you have white bread. Yeah. Isn't that the most normal thing that people get in the US? Anthony, are you still here? And how about you, Melanie? Do you eat white bread or whole wheat bread? I mean, you're in Canada. Don't they eat more whole wheat than the US? I don't know. You eat both, Melanie? Okay. I seriously can't remember the last time I had. Oh, you make your own bread? Mm. I did so before. I need to do that again, maybe. But we don't. I eat more rye bread than I eat, regular toast bread, white bread. Um, yeah, I eat more rye bread. Melanie, I love making my own bread. Ooh, love rye bread. Yeah, I mean, over here we grow up on rye bread. It's one of the first things. I mean, of course, the first thing that we start eating that is solids are grits and mushed fruit and stuff like that. But then when you start eating what I call solid food, it's rye bread without anything in it, just the rye bread. And then you get um, what's the word? I know it. Come on, brain, work. Come on. Oatmeal. Yeah, Raylene, homemade bread is the best. I had a bread maker at a one time. That's a long time ago. And I loved it. I made bread several times a week. And then all of a sudden we just stopped using it. I don't know why. Melanie, when my son visits, I make jalapeno cheddar bread. The next day makes the best grilled cheese. Huh, interesting. I don't eat cheese, but it sounds delicious. Yeah, I am. No, I'm not a fan of cheese, but I love homemade bread. My mother-in-law used to, when they lived on the farm still, she would make all their own bread, and it was really whole wheat. I mean, really, really. The toast bread was more like a rye bread than it was toast, and I loved it. It was really firm. So yeah, there was nothing better than when she baked every Friday, and if we would come over there and she knew it, she would make some extra, and then we would get half a rye bread and half a toast bread, and I was like, I love it. And those weren't small. I mean, half a rye bread was like this, which was more than enough for us. Sometimes we would get an entire bread, and then you had to slice it yourself. Yeah. The same with the toast bread. David likes his a bit thicker than mine, so it's like yay. Melanie, I make all kinds. Amana bread is my favorite. Honey and oats. I also make sourdough bread, but that is compliment. No commitment, right? But you have the sourdough from week to week. My sister-in-law makes her sourdough bread. You can get so many books over here on sourdough, and it's an entire art how you cut it at the top before you bake it. It's an entire art form over here. It's crazy. And then you need the um, baskets for bread, and you need to do this, and you need the cloth, and it's an art form. And a dama bread, I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. Does it taste good? What does it taste like? Funny thing is, I can do honey in some stuff, but I don't eat honey. I don't know why. It's the taste again. I have something with texture and taste. And cheese is the texture and the taste, and honey is the taste. Melanie, and Adama bread is a traditional yeast bread of New England in the US, made with wheat flour, cornmeal, molasses, and something rye flour. And sometimes rye flour. Huh, never heard about it. Molasses in a bread. Hmm, I need to look it up. I need to look it up. I'm going to write it in right away. Otherwise, before we end this conversation, it'll be gone from my head. What did I just pay? Oh, okay. Mm, you know it, Leah. Well, you used to live there. I mean, you lived in New England. I forget the city that you lived in, Leah. Anadoma. Anadoma bread. It's a traditional yeast bread from New England. See, you basically wrote what it said here on Google. It looks good. Hmm. Have you made it, sis? Acton, that's the city. I was like, it's something with an A. And I was like, no. I don't know. It was one day I was trying to remember where it was. I was thinking about Louise and Pauli, and I was like, how old they were getting. And I was like, I can't remember what town it was. Melanie sure did. Google makes me look smart, right? I mean, Google is an amazing help. Whenever you need to know something, just ask Google. Google knows most of it. Don't go to Wiki because they can change stuff up. And then most of the time when you look into it, you get it from Wiki, and I'm like, oh, darn it. Yeah. Yeah, he's 30, right? Pauli will be 30 next year. I'm like, how did that happen? Yeah. Do you know that our paternal grandmother would be 98 this year, today? Yeah. She was 19 when the war ended. I forgot to put light in our window last night. But yeah. Melanie, this history of the bread is funny. The husband added molasses to his wife's recipe and said, Amanda, I made a new bread. Hence, an Adama. I think the story is like that. Huh. That's kind of funny, Melanie. Yeah, right, Raylene? It looks nice and soft. Yeah, I have to look into it. See if it's something that I would try doing. No clue. I'm 27, so no clue how that happened. Sweetie, you'll be 50 next year. 50. You're getting old, woman. And I will be 45 this year. So, yeah, we're getting up there. I was like, Friday, when I talked to the nurse for the study, and she was like, how old I was. And I said 44. And I was like, all of a sudden, I was like, darn it, I'm getting up there. Yeah, Melanie, that's right. Age is just a number. You turn 51? Hmm. See, Leah, she knows it too. Just think of new kids. Age is just a number. Don't you stop having fun. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to hear the rest of that album. No, I won't. Shame on you. Well, I can take it. You're 50 next year. So you're going to have a big party. Melanie, some days I feel 99, another 19. I usually say in my mind is like a 16-year-old. I am my body feel like 99 and I am 44. So in reality my age is somewhere in the middle because in my mind and my brain I'm just a big teenager in love with new kids and Backstreet Boys and everything pop girl and crazy as I don't know what and carefree and never growing up. No? You're not having a big party, Leah? Hold on it. Melanie, my body, my brain, and my heart are not in the same birth year or era. I know. I mean, my birth year is in the 70s. My brain is in the 90s. My body age is in the what would that be? The 40s. And yeah, that's about it. No party. Okay. I still have 5 years to figure out if I want to do one. And we have 7 years to figure out if we want to celebrate our silver wedding anniversary. Yeah, confirmation and an 18-year-old. They're getting there. Is Tanya getting confirmated or, I mean, when I asked her, I don't know, I can't remember, was it last year? She didn't know if she wanted to be confirmated or not, or just have a party. And my birthday twin is being 18. Yeah, I can't believe it. My birthday twin. Yeah, but she's moved away from home. Yeah, a student. Gosh darn it. I don't get it. Melanie, my granddaughter turns 15. Yeah, well, my sister was a little late out, so her kids is still young. Well, you got, I mean, you got your first kid very young, didn't you, Melanie, if I remember correctly? We've talked about it. I think it was one of the times where I talked about this classmate of mine that got her first kid shortly before she turned 18. And then when she had the last of her five kids, That was just a few months, week or months before or after she got her first grandchild. And that's so she got her first grandchild when she was around 40. Oh, you had twins? Yeah. See, that is young. But my classmate was barely 18. So, yeah, she was. So they were out early as well, your boys, if you have a 15-year-old. Irish twins. Okay. So you had one in the beginning of your 19 years and then in the end of the 19 years. That's kind of cool. So, how long time was it in between? 10 months? 11 months? My dad and his younger sisters are 13 months apart. Well, 12 months and 3 weeks to be precisely. So that was pretty fast. Melanie, my second was a preemie, so 9.5 months apart. Wow, that was fast. And then you still have that wicked story about as long as you're breastfeeding, you can't get pregnant, which is why so many have the Irish twins because this story still goes around that, well, I'm breastfeeding, so I can't get pregnant. Yeah, you were 19. Who knows? But it's crazy how many still believe that one. And then they're one big shock when they get to the doctor a few months after they gave birth and like, I'm feeling bad. I don't know what's going on. Like, did you take a pregnancy test? No, because I can't get pregnant. I'm still breastfeeding. Yeah, that's not true, sweetie. Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah. Oh, talking about pregnancy, this very sweet nurse was kind of like, so can you be pregnant? I'm like, one, I'm 44, so that won't happen. And number two, I'm missing something very essential for that to happen. And she was like, oh, yeah, yeah, I can't. Something essential is missing. And even if I had that essential part, I might never have gotten pregnant on our own. So, you know, slim chances, slim chances. It's okay. I borrow kits and then I can give them back when I'm like, okay, I need a break. I need a break. And every now and again, I'm actually appreciating that having kids whenever, um, I don't like getting sick. When you throw up, I hate that on my own, and I can't stand it if anybody else is doing it. If anybody else gets sick, I get sick. It's kind of like it evolves. Um, so that would have been a bad thing, right? And then right now, I mean, it isn't bad anymore. It's been a very long time since you did it the last time, knock on wood. Um, the potty training and the accidents, yeah. Melanie had my three boys, foster child, then my oldest and girlfriend got pregnant and at 16, she moved in with me, had an extra teenager, and raised my granddaughter for a while. That's a full house. Wow. 16. That is rather early. She could be in our TV program Do they really do that one still? No. Do you know that, sis? You're home. Okay, say hi to Tanya for me. Do we still have that one? The young mothers? See, I don't have a TV station, so I don't know. Yeah, 16 and pregnant. Yeah, it's kind of the same. But over here, it's called the young mothers. Okay, see, yes, sis. Um, and we had 16 and younger. And kind of the sad thing about the program here is that these girls and the boyfriends, yeah, they sort of picked the naive and not always wise ones. So um, the the Danish word, the Danish title is De unge mødre, like DUM for short, which is dumb, you know, because they weren't really smart. Yeah. And I don't know how they kept finding these younglings. They had a few, I think one or two that was really smart and, um, adult enough to be a parent at a young age. But most of them were really just kids playing grown up. I mean, one of them were like, don't you need to give your, there was these programmers and those that filmed everything, and they asked these young parents, was like, don't you think that your son should eat vegetables? And then the dad looked up, he's getting fries, so he's getting vegetables. And people were like, same dad would make fries, and then he, have the plastic bag that the fries come in, he just chucked that in the oven. Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, you could try to find a parents that's, have an IQ over, I don't know, 70, which is kind of sad because it's an important subject to show that young people is capable, because most of them are. But they ended up showing a lot of kids getting taken because they weren't capable of being parents. They showed a lot of those. Or the young ones living at these, we have these, it's called mom parent homes, where they move in to directly from the hospital, so that they have nurses and um, teachers and stuff like that, that keeps an eye on the mothers, parents that live there for a while, to see how do they interact with the child. Are they capable of taking care of the child? Do they have eye contact? Do they um, sense when it's time to change the diaper? Do they know how to bathe it? I mean, of course, nobody does that in the beginning, even though I did with anyway. Do they have the what's the word? Not maturity, but instincts to be a parent? And quite often they didn't. And then they ran away from the home, tried to kidnap their child. Um, there were parents that didn't want to be there because they felt watched and that they weren't really supposed to be there. And oh my God. Do you? Um, do you have homes like that? Or is it just either or? You get your child, you get to take the child home, or they take it from the hospital. because I'm not sure. I mean, sure, there are, I mean, a lot of the parents going to those homes that get to take the children home because it turns out, yeah, you're a great parent. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's so funny. Yesterday, I had on a white top like this, and then my glasses, and my hair was down, and I looked in the mirror and like I looked like a secretary, with my glasses and the white top, and I was like, and hmm, I look almost grown up. I don't know. Yeah. Mhm. I do wonder if I should cut my hair even shorter. Maybe I should get David to cut another, I don't know, a few inches off. I'm having issues because I finally figured out why my hair is so frizzy, but now I'm trying to figure out how to treat it. It's because I have waves in my hair. I mean, you can kind of see it, and it needs that special curly girl treatment thing. Um, but I don't know. How, Melanie, do you have curly hair? And how about you, Raylene, if you're still here? I know if Anthony is still here, he has curly hair, but I'm probably guessing he doesn't do the whole curly hair, whatever. And who else is here? I have 6 people in here. Please give a smiley or something if you're a worker and a lurker. I would love to know who's in here. Just say hi. I want to know because I have a hard time figuring out. I mean, it isn't curl. It's just waves. Yesterday, I just brushed it out. I can do that because it's just a little wavy. So I can basically just brush it, and yeah, it's just a little wavy, but it's just ending up being frizzy instead. I need some lights. I'm looking weird. Ha! There you go. I can see myself again. But yeah. Alana, you're still here. Yay! Do you have curly hair, Alana? When I grew up, my hair was so straight that I couldn't have in a regular hairband. So it's unfamiliar to me. And I don't know why it has changed. I mean, most times when you hear people, Anthony, I'm still here. I use a brand called Curlsmith. They are great leave-in products and a curl cream. So, question about the curl cream: how much do you use? Because I bought a curl cream, and I was like, so how much do I use? Because and how? I mean, do you roll it between your fingers and then plop it, or do you run it through your hair? I don't think that we have the curlsmith, but we do have curling products. Is how to use them. I mean, for instance, the curling cream. Because today I tried it, I basically just plopped my hair, but it more or less just got stiff. Which and I'm learning because I don't get where all these waves coming from. You have perfectly straight hair, Alana. I kind of miss that. That was so much easier. I mean, you don't have to go very far back for me to have straight hair. Even I had my hair permed, oh my God, 18 years ago, I think, 19 years ago. And even after that, it went straight back. Anthony, I just stop writing things on Facebook. Run it through my hair. It doesn't have much of a hold since I don't like my hair crunchy. Exactly. I don't like it crunchy either. So I'm like, so I need to figure out. I mean, like, one thing is how much, how to, and then I'm trying to figure out if I should buy a leave in conditioner because apparently that is a thing too. And then I've stopped using my regular towel because apparently that is a reason for frizz as well. It's an entire new world. And I hate, you know, up until now, in the morning, I get up, brush my teeth, do the things that you do on the toilet in the morning, take a brush, run it through my hair, grab a hairband, bam. That is it. 5 minutes. But if I have to take care of this all of a sudden, it's going to take forever, which is what I hated back when I had my perm in my hair because it took me half an hour just to do the hair. And I'm like, I don't do that because I have to have the specialty comb, which, of course, since then I threw out. I needed all these moves and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, this is too much work. This is just too much work. But I can see that my hair is frizzy and it's, well, no, it's not frizzy. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what to call it. It's weird. You see? It's kind of like it looks frizzy, but it's not really frizzy. Annoying. Annoying, annoying. Oh, Anthony, I still have to watch your blog. Maybe I should do that when this one's over because I'm gonna end it soon. And then I think Tuesday I'm gonna film so much to film. Um, I need to do a respond to your comments. Maybe I should do that this week. Huh. Need to figure it out. Gosh, David and his sibling is writing. But yeah, I think that's about it today. I don't have anything else to talk about. I feel like by now I'm just rambling. Hopefully, I'll have more to talk about. Oh, by the way, Anthony, I have a question for you. Do you use, when you're walking so much, do you use the app Strava? It's the old Endomondo. It's really good. I mean, David uses it for his biking, and you can show routes that you're walking, biking, running, whatever, and stuff like that. I'm kind of like trying to find people that uses it so that I can get friends. That might help me remember to start my watch whenever I take a walk because 9 out of 10 times I forget. Because apparently I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a walk. Hang on, I'm gonna write it. Ooh, what happened? Yeah, I when I started wearing my watch again, I got that app just because, then we can be friends and we can like each other's walks and whatnot. And then you can say, Mia, get off your butt and take a walk. I'm fine. And I really need to remember to use my watch because when I had the Endomondo, which I don't get because it's basically the old Endomondo, but if I was walking, my watch is, it's registering that I'm walking, and then it would automatically go and put it in the Endomondo app but this one doesn't. This Strava doesn't, and it's bugging me. But I don't know. Need to figure it out. I just need to remember to start my activity before I do, because otherwise you won't get in there. It's like, do you not walk? Like, I do. I just keep forgetting to start the activity because I actually like walking. I just need to find new routes out here. Oh, well, I can basically use my old ones. I mean, we are, what, 2 kilometers away, 2K away from where we lived before. Just out in the countryside. Yeah. Somebody just showed up. Just as I'm about ready to get out of here. I need to go back. Yeah, you use Conqueror. Yeah. I've been looking at that. But I was writing with them because I was trying to figure out, if they had a European where they sent the medals from, because otherwise I would end up paying for having the medals shipped here. But yeah. Lee. How are you doing, friend? Yeah, you're doing the Great Barrier Reef? That is cool. I have been looking into Congo, um, but the Strava one is a bit different. But yeah, I need to look into Strava, to have some challenges and then be damned with the medals. For me, it's basically the challenge that it's all about. David looked into it because he found the Lord of the Rings ones interesting, and then he was like, "Well, that's not very far." And I looked at it, and that is very far. But like he said, he is riding his bike for about 600 Ks a month. So we were like, yeah, that won't take me very long. Lee is feeling a little bit better. Actually got sleep last night with a little relief. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Lee. You didn't sound very good yesterday. How about Lenore? Is she sick too? There's a lot going on over there, isn't there? But yeah, I have to look more into that Conqueror one. But the Strava is a different one. That's basically just for, showing how long you're walking, no matter if you're in any conquests or not. Oh, she's good at the moment. I'm happy to hear that, Lee. Happy to hear it. But yeah, I am going to stop because I also have to visit my office in a second. And it'll be kind of stupid to do that and then leave you hanging and then stop right after, right? And we've been here almost 2 hours. I mean, I know sometimes we've gone 2.5, but I think almost 2 hours is good today. So yeah. There you go. So yeah, I do what I need to do. That's right. And I think I need to stop it for today. And then let's talk next week. Maybe I see you in other lives. And I have to look through those lives, Anthony, so that we can figure out. We had a subject. We need to figure it out. And for the rest of you, have a great week. And I hope to see you next week. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. And yeah. Bye. Yeah, that's right, Lee. Bye, Melanie. See you soon. Bye. Take care. Love you all.